morning. Today is Saturday, almost the end of the year, and today we are heading out to Julian, California to go to a photo meetup with a whole bunch of photographers and a whole bunch of models. And I'm gonna bring you guys along and show you guys how I shoot with off-camera flash, but on location, which means, you know, taking your stand, taking your strobe, taking your modifiers, packing it all up, putting it in your car, taking it out to a field, setting it up again, and then shooting with that and blending that flash with the ambient light that's already in the scene. And it's one of my favorite styles, and I just think it looks so sort of unreal, but also just so cool. And so I wanted to show you guys how that all works. So if you're a natural light photographer, maybe you can start venturing into the world of flash and strobes, because it's really fun. So we are about to head out there. We're almost packed up, and I need some coffee.
We got nothing to be scared of. I'd rather be with you than by myself. Now always in your hand.
Alrighty, we are on our way down to San Diego to pick up my friend Shane, and this is my second time driving south past this exit because I left my batteries at home and I had to drive all the way back up to go home and get my batteries off the charger that I left there. So don't leave your extra batteries at home, especially when you're shooting outdoors and there's no place to charge them. Round two. Let's do this.
It's so good to see you.
Welcome back from Paris.
Thank you. Welcome back from LA. Hi. I like your hair. Here's your donuts.
Sweet. Yay, vegan
Dude,
donuts.
they had Oreo
vegan
today.
Donuts. Oreo?
Yeah.
Is it in here?
Yes, I got 2 of them.
Bomb. What up? Sweet. You ready for this?
Been bothered by dreams, ain't feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling.
And we're on our way. I haven't been to Julian since I was like 8 years old, so this is gonna be really fun. Shane was here like 2 days ago, so she's gonna show me around, hopefully. You gonna show me around?
Yeah.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
I'll pick you up in my 59 Ford. We head on down the road until we get bored.
Made it. There's a few people here.
There's nobody here.
Are you sure?
So lovely.
Home again. Everybody else can see where we belong. Oh, ain't no ordinary love we got going on. At the end of the world, together forever is one, and I'll wait if ever you should be in doubt, and I'll pray they never can pull us apart, and I'll wait.
All right, so we met up with the Portrait Culture meetup here in Julian. All of the photographers and models got together, got into their groups. They are off shooting right now, which is group 1. They're gonna be gone for about 30 minutes. And so in that time, I decided I would set up my lighting equipment so that I am set to shoot for group 2 when they get back. So today we have the Orlit Rove Light RT610. This is gonna be our strobe that we're using. It has a battery and it's battery powered. That way we don't have to plug it into anything and we can just carry it around the town. I have a classic Manfrotto light stand here that will be holding our light today. So that unscrews and sets up just like that, and the Orlit pops right on top, screws in, and is all good to go. For our modifier, we have the Glow Parapop, and I like this modifier because it's extremely easy to set up. Just snaps in just like that, and then these pop open. And you're good to go. So when the models get back in about 10-15 minutes, we have our entire lighting setup ready to go, and we'll be on the move.
If ever we're being led astray, then I'll find my way back home to you again.
So the first thing you got to do when you're shooting off-camera flash is you got to figure out your ambient exposure, which is just taking the general light that's in the scene and deciding what that should be at before you add in the flash. And the way you do that is by putting your settings pretty close and then only adjusting your shutter speed, because your shutter speed is only going to affect the ambient exposure, while your ISO and your aperture are going to affect the power of the flash and how bright the flash shows up. And you don't want to change that. You only want to touch the ambient. So we're going to change our shutter speed here. We're going to take a couple test shots, and we're going to see exactly where we want that ambient. That looks good. Once we get the ambient light dialed in, we're going to dial in the power of the flash, only using the actual flash settings, which I can control here from my trigger with the flash. So go ahead and take a test shot. That's looking a little bit too bright, so we're going to dial that back and take another test shot here. Perfect. Okay, so that's looking pretty close. So we'll go ahead and use those settings for the shot. Now we'll work with the model to get the perfect pose. And also you'll see that I have my camera kind of on a tripod here, and that's because this is a wide angle shot. And right now you can actually see my light stand in the frame. So I have to take two photos. I have to take one with the light stand in the frame, which is creating the light on her. Then I have to move the light stand out of the frame and take another shot, combined in post to get rid of the light stand. So now we'll go ahead and start shooting with the model. All right, go ahead and get a pose for me. Perfect. Love it, that's looking good. Gonna brighten up the flash just a little bit more. Awesome. All right, so we just finished our middle of the street photos, which was cool. We tried some jumping shots there at the end, in which I had to raise my shutter speed in order to prevent there from being too much motion blur while she was moving, and that obviously darkens the background because that's what's controlling the ambient exposure. But I still think they came out really cool, and I'll be able to adjust a little bit in post, so it'll be fine. But yeah, so now we're walking back to meet up with the rest of the group and see what last minute shots we can get before the sun goes all the way down.
We just is sitting by the fire, and Joey's locked out by the fence. We're about to show you that right now.
Terrible news.
No, he's saying it's terrible news, but it's actually the best news.
Story by the fireplace.
I'm stoked. Here we go. Let's check it out.
I hate you all.
All right, wait, don't open the door. Don't open the door yet. We gotta show Joey locked behind the fence.
No, why?
There he is.
I've been nothing but nice to you.
In all his sadness, we have all of this fire, all of this beautiful patio right here.
No.
And Joey
Open.
is locked out.
Oh, why are you doing this?
All right, guys, just got home from the Julian meetup, which was amazing, very, very fun. And I'm downloading the photos to my computer right now. I want to start off with the photo that we were working on with Courtney, which is the one on the street. And so here's kind of the original shot. And then we have to add in our plate that doesn't have the light stand in it, get rid of that. And then kind of dial in the color and look, and this is the final image there. Next we have a shot of my friend Bianca, and this was at the end of the night. Sun was going down, we were losing light quickly, so I don't have any behind the scenes of this, but it's same exact concept. I was looking at the sunset here, and I was using my shutter speed to dial in the correct exposure for the sunset, how I wanted the sunset to look in the final photo. And then that exposure makes her completely silhouetted against the sky. So we bring in the front flash and we adjust the flash power to make sure that she's properly exposed in the front while keeping the exposure of the sky exactly the same in the back. And I love it because it creates a kind of like high dynamic range type photo where the sky's not blown out, but she's properly exposed. And you can do that all just with high-speed sync and a strobe. No HDR needed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video was helpful to you in any way, be sure to give it a like. It really does help me. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to get back to you on that. And if you enjoyed this style of video and enjoy my photography, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be making a bunch more videos like this coming soon, and showing more of my photography and video work in the future. So thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.